are for your ears alone. Slup, down slups the whisper-mophone to your ear, and the old onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snargly hose, and he sounds as if he'd had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back. Such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean, the song of the Sami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and at first I saw the trees, the truffle trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. Next I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits while playing in the shades and eating truffle fruits. From the ripulous pond came the comfortable hum of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffle trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what to do. I unloaded my cart. And in no time at all, I had built a small shop, and I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft, and I knitted a thneed. The instant I'd finished, I heard a great gazump. I looked, and I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him, that's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs, what is that thing you've made out of my truffle tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed defines something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for pillows or sheets or curtains or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who would buy that fool thneed. But just at that minute, I proved he was wrong, for just at that minute, a chap came along. He thought that the thneed that I had knitted was great, and he happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor, stupid guy. You can never tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, I built a radiophone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts. I said, listen here. Here's a great chance for the whole Ensler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch, sharp left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And then in no time at all, in the factory I'd built, the whole Ensler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffle trees. Then, oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super ash hacker, which hacked out 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were knitting thneeds 4 times as fast as before. And that Lorax, well, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping just as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who used to play in the shade eating truffle fruits and frisking about in their barbaloot suits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle fruit to go around. And my poor barbaloots, why they're getting the crummies because they all have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. Good luck, boys. Cried as he sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm. I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factories, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered my loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the east, to the west, to the south, to the north. I went right on biggering, turning more truffle trees into thneeds. And then I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. Onceler! He coughed and whiffed, he snargled, he snuffed, he sneezed, he sniffed. Onceler, you're making such a smogulous smoke. My poor soamy swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. And what's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about this gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on all day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup. Also schlippity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty Onceler man, you're gumming the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed, so I'm sending them off, oh, their future is weary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, yap and say, bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you that I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffle trees into needs which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the field came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. And then we heard the tree fall. The very last truffle tree of them all. Well, no more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So my uncles, aunts, everyone all got in my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was a big, empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad, sad backwards glance as he hoisted himself by the seat of his pants, and he disappeared through a hole in the fog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this place was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that means, well, I just couldn't guess. But now, oh wait, no, that's not it. Whatever that means, well, I just couldn't guess. Through the years, as my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. I've sat here and worried away. Unless. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's gonna get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's the very last truffle seed of them all. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Protect it from axes that hack. And then, maybe one day, the Lorax and all of his friends may come back.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
It was funny because
And I said it and then just kept saying it.
have you ever
Yeah.